everyone, so this is the first lesson in a series aimed at talking about your style and clothing, aimed at UK Year 9, possibly Year 8, depending what course you are using at the time. In this lesson, which is entitled Ich mag meinen Stil, which is I like my style, we're going to be able to talk about clothes and style using the verb tragen, to wear. Note that tragen can also mean to carry as well as to wear. We're also going to talk about using adjective endings in the accusative case. We've used the accusative case a few times now, and we are going to now add some adjective endings into that. So let's get on with it. Okay, the first thing to do is to match up the words and pictures. So we've got some pictures and clothes at the bottom, and we've got the words for them at the top. Notice that those words are colour-coded. So I use the usual colour coding technique. If it is a masculine word, I use blue font, a feminine word, a red font, a neuter word, a green font, and for any plurals, I have used a purple font. Just points to note here. So when we're talking in the accusative case, we're going to imagine here that we are saying, before we say any of these, ich trage. So after ich trage, we would use the accusative case. So in the accusative case, the masculine changes from ein to einen. Okay, so let's see if we can match them up. Oh, just another thing to note. If it's in the plural, remember we don't need anything in front of it. You don't have to say I wear the trainers. You would just say I wear trainers. Or you wouldn't say I wear a trainers. That makes no sense. You just say I wear trainers. Okay, so let's see if we can match them up. So you might want to pause here and match up the things, the items. Okay, let's go through the answers then. So, so pair of trainers is going to be Sportschuhe, literally sports shoes. Okay. B, these are sandals, so this is going to be Sandalen, again in the plural. C is a dress. So the word for a dress is ein Kleid, this one here. These are jeans, D. So this is eine Jeanshose. Notice that as well in English, we say jeans almost as if they're plural. We say my jeans are blue, whereas in German, it's a singular thing, which makes more sense to me really because a pair of trousers is a singular thing, isn't it? It's one thing. Let's have a look at E then. So E, that is just your standard pair of trousers. So that would be eine Hose. So you've got Jeanshose, jeans, and Hose, just trousers. F, this is going to be, I think it's supposed to be a shirt. Oh no, it's not because the shirt's down there. Is this a blouse? Bluse? Or is it a t-shirt? I think that's meant to be the t-shirt, isn't it? So F, ein t-shirt. Looked a bit more like a blouse to me in the picture. The pictures aren't the best. G, or G, is einen Mantel. It's a coat. This one again, another plural, H, die Stiefel, boots. E, this is the shirt. So remember, E is how we say I in German. That's ein Hemd. And then we've got a skirt here for yacht, J, skirt, which is einen Rock. And that is yacht. K is a hoodie. So the way we say hoodie is Kapuzenpulli. If you want to just say a jumper, you can just say the end part, Pulli. And the last one, L, is the only one left. It is a suit and an Anzug. Hopefully you got those all right. You've written them down. Remember to put capitals on them all, as they are all nouns. All German nouns need a capital letter. Okay, moving on. Right, we need some more vocab to be able to describe our clothes, and these are adjectives. So adjectives, remember, do not have capitals. Okay, so these are just adjectives describing words. See if you can work any out, and then I will show you what the answers are. Some of them are really obvious because they're kind of opposites. So we've got kurz and lang. You might remember this from when we did about hairstyles. So we said, ich habe kurze Haare or ich habe lange Haare. So this means short and long. Weit literally means wide. When we're talking about clothes, we're talking about sort of having wide legs or wide sleeves or something like that. And schmal means slim leg or skinny. Super schmal is really skinny. So you've got schmal, slim leg, and then super schmal if you want to describe your trousers as skinny. Skinny jeans, skinny trousers. Chic means smart. It might remind you of the word chic. Locker means like casual, laid back, sort of weekend wear. Modish, fashionable. Unmodish, fashionable. Altmodisch, lots of words that end in modish, old-fashioned. Then we've got some patterns you might have on your clothes. We've got gepunktet, which is spotty, striped, stripy, and kariert is checked. Okay, write those all down on your vocabulary sheet and we'll move on. Okay, so we're moving on to the verb now. So the verb tragen means to wear. Remember I said it can also mean to carry, and is irregular. So you should be able to do, from what we've done previously in class, this part and these parts, because those parts are pretty regular. And the only parts of irregular verbs that are actually irregular are the do form and the as form. It only says as here, but the you form, familiar, and the he, she, it form. Those are the irregular parts. And it's not very irregular at all. So try and test yourself, so if you can remember your normal endings for your verbs. I'll give you a hint. We always start with E, so ich trage, and so on. See if you can remember those, and then we'll reveal the answers. So like I said, ich trage, and then we're going to jump to the other ones you should know. So I'm not going to speak about this one. So if you remember, we go E, and then we go en, t, en, en. Now, this is a really easy irregular verb because actually it takes your usual endings. So we normally would put st here, wouldn't we? T here. So we go est, ent, en. And we do that in this one, but this one is irregular. Have a think and see if you can work out how it might be irregular. It's a tiny, tiny thing, but it's very important. Okay, shall we reveal? So all it is an umlaut, a little extra umlaut on the A's. So you've still got your ST ending, you've still got your T ending from your usual regular verbs that you already know, but we've added an umlaut. Why this is really important is because it changes the sound as well. So this one, for example, is A, trage. And all of these here are A sounds. Tragen, tragt, tragen, tragen. The umlaut makes this an A sound, so trägst, trägt. Okay, so try and remember that. Copy it down and try and learn it by heart. Right, another thing about this that we need to learn is adjective endings. So we've done this lots of times before. When you say ich trage, or du trägst, or any of the other ones, I wear, he wears, she wears, etc., in the accusative, we've then got to say einen, eine, or ein for a. Remember, we don't say anything for plural because you would not say I wear a shoes. That doesn't make any sense. Now, what we've got to do now is we also have to put these endings on your adjectives. Remember, adjectives can be anything. On here, they happen to be colours because we're talking about clothes, but not necessarily. You could have the ones we talked about, like being skinny or wide leg or smart, or anything can go in there. So what we do is when we've got a masculine word, it's really easy to remember because we already know einen, we put en on the end of the words. So schwarz, black, schwarzen is how we add our adjective ending. There is another video on colours if you'd like to watch that one to recap your colours. So we go schwarzen, roten, and then these are all the masculine items you could have had. For feminine, again, it's really easy to remember because we've got an E. So eine, blaue, or gelbe, blue, yellow with the ending on. And those are your feminine things. Remember, jeans and trousers in German count as feminine, not as plural like we do it in English. The most difficult one to remember is ein, because that's got no ending on it to give you a hint. But the colours and the adjectives have es on the end. To help you remember this, think about when we say the, so ein means a, when we say the neuter word is das, isn't it? And that's got a S on as well. So that might help you remember to put an S on. So we've got braun, braunes, groen, groenes, and bunt. Bunt means colourful or multicoloured, different colours. And you've got your neuter items there. And then here for plural, what we do is we just add an E. So we'd say graue Schuhe, for example, grey shoes, white. Now watch out here, there's a bit of an exception. The colours lila, purple, and rosa, pink, because they end in an A, they do not get endings added on. So try not to fall for that. Don't let that catch you out. There's a little box down here just giving you a reminder as well. Moving on. Right, so what we've got to do here is we've got to pick the correct adjective out of the ones printed in bold. A hint is given to you here. In that mantel is printed in blue, so that means it is masculine. So have a go, write it out, see if you can also translate, and then we'll go back to the answers. So let's have a look. Im Winter trage ich gern einen, so it's going to be langen Mantel, yeah? In winter, I like wearing, remember adding the gern makes it I like wearing, a long coat, so we need the en ending. In der Schule tragen wir schwarze Schuhe, because Schuhe is plural. We said for the plural, there's a little reminder down here, look, for the plural, we add an E on the end. So at school, we wear this time, black shoes. Nummer 3. Ich habe letzte Woche, let's have a look, Jeanshose, feminine, so eine tolle Jeanshose gekauft. Last week I bought some great jeans. Remember in English we've got to translate as some, because we kind of think of it as plural, whereas in German they say I bought a great jeans. Number 4, auf der Party hat sie, let's see, Kleid is neuter, so it's got to be buntes. Auf der Party hat sie ein buntes Kleid getragen. So at the party, she wore a colourful dress. Nummer 5, wir werden nächstes Wochenende einen lustigen Film sehen. These are a random couple that aren't actually about clothes, but the same theory applies. Film is masculine. So next week we will, so future tense, we will. There is another video on future tense, also on past tense as well up here from number 3, if you want to look at that one. I will do a link below to those. So next weekend we will see a funny film. And when you're doing the future tense and the past tense, we get our verb, be it the past participle in the past, or the verb in the infinitive in the future, moves to the end of the sentence. More on that in the other videos. The last one, Buch is neuter. So ich habe ein interessantes Buch gelesen. I read, there's your past participle at the end, I read an interesting book. Hopefully you got all that correct. Well done if you did. Okay, so on this slide, a little challenge. We're going to put everything together that we've been doing so far in this lesson. So just a few points to note before you pause and start trying for yourself. We've got words from the previous slides, how to say those things. So look back to the previous notes that you've made. We've got different parts of the verb wear. We've got I wear, he wears, my dad wears. Remember, if you're talking about your dad, you need the he wears version, don't you? We've got I like my style, going right back to the beginning. Can you remember how to say that? And then we've got these adjective endings. So we need to remember what gender the noun was, and then what ending to put on, and also to put capital letters on our nouns as well. So pause now and have a go, and then we'll go through the answers. So number 1, at school I wear a black jumper. In der Schule trage ich einen schwarzen Pulli. It is masculine. We say an I wear, so it's trage ich. Remember, we don't say ich trage, and the reason for that, as explained in previous lessons, is in der Schule counts as one element in your sentence. So your verb has always got to be second in German. So we say trage ich. If we said ich trage, it would be in the wrong place. Did you remember your capital on Pulli? So at the party. Auf der Party trägt ein blaues Hemd. So trägt, umlaut. It was an irregular one. Ein blaues Hemd. At the weekend, we wear casual clothes. Am Wochenende tragen wir lockere Kleidung. Another tip for you is that the ending is feminine as well. So we've talked a lot about feminine endings and that you can guess if you see an E at the end of the word, often you can guess it's feminine. You can also do the same with At work, my dad wears a smart suit. Bei der Arbeit trägt, because it's the he, she, it form, mein Vater einen schicken Anzug, a smart suit, masculine. And the last one, I like my style. I wear red boots, skinny trousers, and a fashionable t-shirt. Remember, the same applies. Even though they're not colours, they are still adjectives. So, ich mag meinen Stil, from the title of the lesson. Ich trage rote Stiefel, so red boots, plural. Remember this IE sound, Stiefel. So E comes second, so we sound out the E. Eine schmale Hose, skinny trousers. I actually probably should have put super schmale there because that was the actual translation of skinny, wasn't it? This I've actually put more just narrow leg. Und ein modisches T-shirt, neuter. So if you put super schmal there, you would also be correct. So well done if you got all those correct. That's the first in the lesson. The lesson's about clothes, aimed at year 9, and I will see you in the next lesson. Auf Wiedersehen und tschüss.